Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session on AI and Finance Insights. I'm April Olson. I'm the Group Program Manager for Dynamics 365 Finance, and I kind of have a co-presenter here, Melinda, who many of you may know, that will be kind of assisting today. Today, what we want to talk about is Finance Insights, and specifically our work around and our investments around really building out an intelligent cash flow forecasting solution. So today, doing a cash flow forecast is very manual. I would say 90+% of the people we talk to are still doing it in Excel. It's very hard to figure out the data. It's very mistake driven. You're making a lot of assumptions not based off a lot of facts. And so what we're focusing on is how do we make that a very reliable, accurate, factual, automated solution for you. And so the first part of that is going to be our customer payment insights, which is just one aspect of a cash flow forecast. And if you think about what that can mean, it's really about predicting all the different inputs and outputs of a cash flow forecast and doing it with intelligence. And not just doing it with intelligence, but then what actions do I take so that I can actually increase that? And that's what we're going to focus on today, is sharing with you the first preview of customer payment insights. So what we're kind of officially announcing right now is, oh, that did not switch over, hold on. There we go. So what we're officially announcing right now is the Customer Payment Insights Preview. And we're going to walk you through how this is working using AI Builder. So if you actually go to this blog, you will actually be able to see and start to test out and utilize using our first set of AI and ML built into finance, and that is predicting when a customer will pay. Again, it's the first kind of facet of what we're doing for AI and ML in finance. So let's go take a look at how you would do this. So if you are going to do the preview, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to look for our feature management workspace. And when you go into the feature management workspace, it's going to be under the module credit and collection. So I'm just going to quickly do a sort, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enable this particular preview. So I'm going to scroll down and find Customer Payment Insights. And here you can see it's Customer Payment Insights Preview. Once you enable that, you can actually go ahead and start to train the model. So what is complex about doing AI? Typically, when you want to add intelligence to your system, it requires you to hire multiple data scientists, and they have a lot of work to do just to work on the specific problem that you are trying to solve. And what we're doing that is making that easy. We're doing it where we're going to ship templates for you that has a model that you can just with a single click enable, and that model will start to train for this particular scenario. So now that I've enabled it, I'm going to go to the Customer Payment Insights Preview Setup form and start enabling that model to train. Oops. So if I go to Credit and Collections, you'll see under the Setup, there's a Financial Insights Preview. We have a Parameters form, and I'm going to enable this feature. Now, when I enable this, I actually can pick what my interval is for how I determine if a payment is late. So if 30 days is my threshold, that's what I can do. And what it's going to essentially do is use that threshold to start to train the model. And then when I scroll down here, you can see I can create the prediction model. Now, we already have a system that's already warmed up and has this data trained, so I'm going to go ahead and jump to that. So as the model's training, let's go back to that parameters form so that you can see what it would look like once the data is flowing and the model is trained. And when it opens opens up here, what I'm going to see is I'm actually going to see what we feel that the accuracy of the model is. And what also is unique about it is that we have the ability, there we go, to actually allow you to add your own fields. So you can see down here that we're predicting that this model's got about 98% accuracy. But what's really unique is you'll see there are two things. We have a set schedule and an improved model accuracy. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to jump to those in Power AI. And the first is the scheduling. You can see here how often you want that model to train. So what if you wanted to train daily? Maybe you wanted to train weekly. You actually have the ability to modify that so that your predictions are updated on the basis that you need. The other link that I had was about the fields. And this is something that is really unique and amazing about the solution. We ship a template that we believe, based on our algorithms and customer data we're working with, that will help you predict when your customers will pay. But you may have other fields that are important to either your organization or that you may feel improve the accuracy of your predictions. So we will actually have, where you can see there are 17 fields selected, you'll actually be able to go through this process and change the fields that are important to you to help continue to improve the accuracy of that model. So this is what we will have out of the box, these templates. So how do we now see the results of that and take action on it? Now I'm going to jump to a couple different forms to show you the predictions and what you can see about the way we came up with how they were predicted. I'm going to show two different forms today as part of the preview, and two different views essentially. One is a customer view. So this is a set of my different customers in my finance application, and you can see those different buckets based on that interval that I selected. I can see whether we're predicting them to be on time, late, or very late. Let's go ahead and look at Sunset Wholesales. So over here on the right, there's going to be a lot of related information about how we came up with that prediction. You're going to be able to see the amounts. You're going to be able to see, if we scroll down, number of open invoices, the number of invoices that have been paid late, what the last payment was amount, and a bunch of information that really helps you understand the reasoning behind this prediction and to do the research that you need to do to take action. I'm going to look at a different pivot here, and that's going to be on a transaction level basis. So let's jump to this other payment predictions per transaction. And let's go ahead and look at one for Forest Wholesales here. Let's actually jump to Sunset. So this one's kind of interesting. In this one, you can see that we have an on-time probability of 6%, and the chances of it being late are probably not ever going to happen, but it could be very late. So they're either on time or very late. How did we come up with that? And here you can actually see the why behind, the intelligence behind it. We use the top factors that we use from this model were the amount, the date, and whether it's been closed to determine on this particular transaction the percentage of what it's going to be on time or late. So this is some of the insights that you're going to get in this preview, and it's kind of our first phase as a part of our intelligent cash flow forecasting. So again, the next phases that we will be investing in are continuing to build out the entire intelligent cash flow forecast, and then again, what actions would I take? And how do I automate the actions here so that now I can potentially move this to be a much higher percentage? And that full end-to-end is really going to be the power of finance with AI working together for the finance group. So this is a preview that we wanted to announce today. Again, the blog is now live, so if you do want to read more information on the blog, again, I'm going to put it up here so you can see the link, Customer Payment Insights Preview. Go ahead, check it out. Please give us feedback. We're really excited to be working on this initiative, and that's what we wanted to share with you today. Okay? We will be around for questions. Melinda also here will be helping questions, especially if you have some on the more technical side of things. He'll be here and then at the booth right after. But we'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to get questions. So thank you for being here today.
If you have any questions, we have a few minutes. We'll stick around. Otherwise, we'll be at the Dynamics 365 for Finance booth.
What are the actions that you're able to take?
So the first actions that we're going to focus on as part of this cash flow is we're going to try to automate all the the collection tasks so that you can set different rules up based on this information to automatically have the letters and any of the tasks set out. We're also looking at automating a lot around the vendor payment as well as predicting based on when stuff is going to come in, when we're going to pay it, so we get that full not only automation, but also acting and predicting on when we're also going to pay based on history as well. So those are the two fronts after that, two areas of focus for April. And then after that, you'll just continue to see automation as a key main theme in everything finance. But those will be the first two areas we focus on. Okay, great. Thank you for being here for this quick sharing of the Insights preview. Again, if you have questions, Melinda will be over here at the Dynamics 365 booth. Thank you.